Jim Krenn, No Restrictions with John Vento, Jim Patulski. And it is a exciting show because it's finally getting warmer here in Pittsburgh. It's the beginning of summer officially, I think. I know June 21st is technically the first day of summer, but in Pittsburgh, it's after Memorial Day, and we're recording the day after Memorial Day as we record, and you'll listen to this whenever, but that's when we're recording live, day after Memorial Day, the whatever day it is, 28th or whatever it is. Tuesday. And so anyway, John says to me, how'd your weekend go? And I said, well, Michelle and I had a lot of fun, but it was a great weekend. One meaning, but another perspective wasn't. And I said, what do you mean? He goes, I got Lyme disease.
Wow, that's bad.
I got bit by a tick. A darn deer tick took me out. Isn't it crazy?
When did all this Lyme disease start? The past 20 years or something?
I don't know much about it. That's the weird thing. I have no idea.
It's huge.
But I do know, that people, I know people that have had it.
Oh, yeah.
And it is not a picnic. It's tough. It hits your immune system. It goes after your nervous system. It takes 6 months, a year sometime to go away, or so it depends on the person. So far, so good, because thankfully I have a doctor, my girlfriend. She's a chiropractor, and she knows her stuff. So she's helping me a lot.
So you're on the medicine,
I'm on doxycycline.
Right,
I think it's called.
doxycycline.
I know what that is. I'm sure anyone out there listening who's had it or knows someone. Doxycycline for the next couple of weeks or whatever. And I'm also doing some things to help out. Some holistic things, I would say. One of the things, methylene blue.
I've heard of this. Woody, is that stuff you put in water? You mix it up?
Yeah, methylene blue. If you're listening out there, and also appreciate you listening to Jim Krenn, No Restrictions, and been with me for many years, some of you, but appreciate if you're just joining. Thank you for joining, John Bento and Jimmy here. We love having you. Methylene blue, it's a little blue bottle of blue stuff. I put 3 drops.
I thought you were going to say a little blue pill.
A little blue pill. No, it's got this, and it tastes like aspirin or something. It's not a great taste, but you just mix it with water. You look at the bottle. There's a guy online. He's really knowledgeable on a lot of this in methylene blue. Dr. Berg, B-E-R-G, holistic guy. Just type in Dr. Berg holistic on methylene blue, and he'll go through what it does and why you should maybe use it, and it may be good for you. It's kind of a natural antibiotic, adds a little oxygen to the blood. The other thing I'm doing is andrograph. I may be pronouncing these wrong, so I apologize. Andrographis is the other one. It's A-N-G-R-A, whatever, it's like that. It's also a natural antibiotic. And the other thing, believe it or not, is it's not the one in your cupboard, but oregano oil.
Right.
A high concentrate of it. You have to get from a.
I tried that. You mean put the little droplet under your tongue?
Well, you put it in water and drink it. It's very harsh.
Strong. It's very harsh.
Strong, but for years ago, 1800s or whatever, turn this in. That was the key antibiotic for almost everything. They used that.
And it still is.
Still is. It worked then. It works now.
Yep.
There are other great antibiotics out there, other things. Always listen to your doctor first on what you should do. And these are just things that, I'm learning about. And they work, to me, they work for me so far. Yeah. So I can only say what works for me.
You're becoming like a functional medicine dude.
I am
holistic.
All of a sudden, I'm holistic, Jim.
I like it.
I know. What's helping me, especially now that I have Lyme disease, I really have to watch it now. I have to watch my weight more. So maybe in a weird way, God works in mysterious ways.
Yes, He does.
Really. Maybe He gave me this to wake me up, smack in the back of the head to, hey, you better start eating better. Better start paying attention to this stuff more. Could be. I don't know.
Did you see the bull when the tick? First of all, did you feel getting bitten?
No. You wouldn't believe how small the tick is. It looks like a piece of dirt, like that.
Okay, like a little speck.
Beyond, yes.
And then you have a bullseye.
Yes, and that's the weird part. So, where do you get it? Who knows? It could jump from a dog, possibly. It was on the back of my neck and my shoulder blade in the back, and so can't see it, didn't feel it.
Right,
and so. It could fall off a leaf. It could be in the wind. You could be walking through your yard here, and a wind gust could come. Maybe it come. It's that little, so it's that small.
Wow.
So it can just fall on you, whatever. And Michelle saw you see, you have a mole or something. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And here wasn't a mole. It started to get red. She saw the redness.
Wow.
And now if you're out there and you ever get looks like a rash, feels like a sunburn.
Yeah.
You say, oh, I got sunburn on my neck or wherever. Well, if it's in a perfect circle with a bullseye in the middle, you pretty much have Lyme disease.
Yeah.
Go to see your doctor, obviously. But pretty much that's what it is. So she was able to get the ticks out and all the deer ticks. But it's just, it'll be an interesting adventure. But hey, everybody has a card. Everyone has a card we got to play, right? You all got something.
Well, my Michelle, that happened to her 2 years ago. And there's times where it's still ongoing, the whole Lyme disease.
Oh yeah,
thing.
you have to forever. You have to watch it.
Yeah.
It can flare up or whatever, So hey, it's
Okay,
a tough
well,
one.
we're glad you're still here, Jim.
Thanks. I know. I'll take it. Like I said, hey, if that's my card, I'll take that one.
You got the medicine.
Yes. Well, we got too. I got too much to do. To
To let a tick slow you down.
A tick is not going to knock me down. Come on.
I like it.
I have gotten this far in 64 years on Earth. I am not letting a tick do anything. You got damn tick?
Tick's a prick.
Get out of my way, tick. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It's gone. A tick is
No,
gone.
we've attacked the tick.
Tick is behind me, literally behind me. I am excited. The City Winery.
I heard it's beautiful.
Is a
I've never been there. I know a lot of
CityWorks.
people that have been there.
Yeah, CityWorks Winery. Go on the web. Go on the internet, everyone.
Yeah.
CityWorks on the winery. It's in a strip in a terminal building. So type in there. Just go in City Winery Terminal Building Strip District. Okay, you'll get there, and what happened is an act or something got bumped out, and I just was put in for June 15th. I'm going to perform there in my neighborhood. I like to work there a couple times a year. It's such a cool room, and it's
We're
going
to
to
get a big crowd for that show.
You got to come out. Mark Eddy's going to be there with me.
Oh, is he really?
Yes.
Oh, I love
Jim
Mark.
Krenn, Mark Eddy in
Hey, did Mark
concert.
move to Pittsburgh? Is he officially here?
Part-time.
Part-time.
So he still has a house in L.A. in
Okay.
Santa Clarita area, and he has a place here in the Moon Township area and some investments. Yeah, he's from Steubenville,
Right.
So Pittsburgh. I consider anyone listening out there from Steubenville. It's
Yeah.
the tri-state. We're all Yinzers together, all of us.
Any others? Just you and Mark? I mean, you and Mark.
That's it. Mark and I
That's
are
a powerhouse
the
lineup.
show. It's going to be fun. It's June 15th.
We'll be there for sure.
And I hope everyone listening comes out. Go to the City Winery Terminal Building and Strip, and
Fantastic.
they'll give you all the details for tickets. Just happened just now, so whoever's listening, you'll hear it
Great.
first here. Also, that is June 15th. On June 7th, we have a fun thing going on. We have a porch show in Morningside, 1031 Jancy Street.
Yeah.
1031 Jancy Street. You go to my Facebook or John Vento's
Yep.
Facebook, you'll see
I just shared it.
information on that. What we do is we have a singing teacher, Beth Clausen. You've heard me talk about her a million times. She's amazing. And she also produces some shows from her students. And it's cool because it gets us to perform an acoustic vibe. And, John's a seasoned pro.
I don't know
I'm getting
about that.
into it. But it's cool because, John kind of helps set the whole thing up, really. But it's a stage lighting, so it's a real nice, beautiful atmosphere.
Jim will be running sound.
Jimmy does the sound usually, and it's a lot of fun. And we'll sing. It's a singing show, not comedy, but we'll joke around, obviously. But we'll all do a few songs. It's a great night. You bring your chair, bring your blanket, come out, goof around with us, right?
Bring some wine and share it with the performers. That's important.
Get some wine. I'll get you on the 7th. I'll get you ready for the 15th. Well, more
There you
wine
go.
on the 15th. It's a wine summer for me here.
It is.
Huh?
Beth Clausen. Do you say Beth?
I call her Clausen. Am I right?
Clausen.
Am I right?
I don't really know.
What do you say?
Clausen.
How do you pronounce Beth?
Clausen.
Clausen.
Clausen. Clausen.
CLAU, so Clausen.
Clausen.
I just picture my nuns from school teaching me proper English.
Oh,
I got to
okay.
pronounce it right,
Clausen.
or a ruler comes flying down.
Clausen.
You
Okay.
know? That's why I can
June
beat
7th.
I can beat Lyme disease. Come on, I was able to withstand rulers being hit on me, man. Anybody out there went to Catholic grade
I
school knows.
think so many of us did.
It's like Shawshank Redemption. Watch that movie. That's Catholic grade
Isn't it
school.
sad?
The
All
70s.
that. We were talking about this the other day. The decline. I mean, I think faith is still strong, and obviously, but man, just in my old town of Penn Hills, we had 9 Catholic churches. Now there's 1.
Yeah, they're consolidating,
Oh,
and hopefully
man.
we'll see a rebirth because you're seeing rebirth in certain areas. And let's go
Yeah.
right back to where I'm going to be. That City Winery is part of that rebirth in the Strip District.
Yeah.
The Strip District is just booming again, and for the first time, the last census, I believe, was the first time we had people not leaving Pittsburgh. We started to show people
Oh,
coming.
okay.
Yeah, start showing
Good.
people coming in, increasing and growing. And so you start looking at the neighborhoods that are growing, the strip district, different people, areas like that are starting to just grow. We're starting to keep people in the city. The city's starting to make that turn. It took
And
many
there's a
years.
lot more residency in the city.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
it took many years for us to do that transition
Yep.
to become that kind of city. We're like a robotic city. That's what's so wild.
Yeah,
A
it's
tech
crazy.
city. And it's, you still watch like Monday Night Football and they show like the steel cauldron and stuff. They picture, I think people around the country, man, they just picture us still working the steel mills,
Yeah.
and which I'm proud of that heritage. I'm
But I
honored
don't think we have
to
an
be part of
operational
us.
steel mill in the city of
We
Pittsburgh.
may not in the city, maybe not.
The nearest
Maybe
one
one
is,
or two outside.
Yeah, the nearest one is East Pitt. Well, they call it East Pittsburgh, but
We still
Braddock.
do steel here, but it's not really our main
No, nowhere
source
near
of income for our
what it
city or
was.
our economics. Our economics are now more or less robotics, tech, medical.
Medicine,
Medicine's big.
Education,
Yeah.
landscaping.
We're
Landscaping's
very
big.
modern. With landscaping
Yeah.
is big,
Oh,
isn't
it's
it?
big.
Pittsburgh,
Mulch,
man,
we
you want to
are-
make money in Pittsburgh, just go, you know what? Hey, Joey, hey, George, let's start a landscaping business. You got it made, man.
Mulching,
Mulching is big.
if your body can handle it.
Wait, what is going on with mulching? Are you retiring from mulching? You said you can't mulch
I just
anymore?
physically, I got
Is
to
it-
tell you.
Is mulching the tough? Isn't there any kind of
Well,
machine
you
you,
know-
could use to mulch? There's no
Well,
mulch
that's why I
machine?
hired the blow-in mulching guy
They got to.
with the big hoses. I
Yes.
hired a guy with a big hose.
You can't get a hose. Can't
Well,
buy a big hose.
No, you got to. You get these giant
buy one?
trucks with these giant
Mulch
blowers,
hose.
and
They just hit you.
They
The
told
mulch.
me they can do 300 yards of mulch a day.
Really.
Try to imagine it.
That well, I'm not really a gardener, so that doesn't get
You
me
know how
off,
long
but
that would take me?
John is like so excited when he's beaming, he's smiling and jumping and hopping when he said that. I guess if you're in gardening, somebody says the phrase 300 yards of mulch, you're pretty much
get
gonna
excited.
I'm gonna
You
get
do.
excited, beyond excited.
You do.
Forget Viagra. Just talk mulch with John.
Oh, yeah.
Johnny, 300 yards of mulch in 30 seconds. Man, used to talk about cars doing it. Now it's mulch. So mulch is well, yes, you just hire somebody to do it.
Well, you live in the city.
I
right?
don't do gardening.
you
I
got your-
never grew
your
up with gardens.
condo and
I
all that.
appreciate it. I love flowers and all. I appreciate people that can
Well,
do
we
that.
got to have the property
They
look
grow
good
up
for
with
your
it.
for your girlfriend's big birthday bash.
Yes, I'm excited.
I want to make sure the place looks great.
Thank you, John.
There you go. You're
We're
welcome.
very honored. We're very honored. You're going to help.
We're honored you're going to be
You're
here.
going to have to help me. I'm not really good at planning parties. I'm not a good party planner. I'm
We
just
can help.
bad on details. You know.
Call the rental place first for the tent,
see,
tables, and chairs.
You get me
You
there
gotta do
because
that.
I'll just show up and go, "Where is everything?"
Yeah, that
Jimmy,
worked
you
out.
were supposed to order. Wow. Okay.
And you got the Yinzer truck coming.
Got our Yinzer truck coming. By the way, our Yinzer truck is doing fantastic. We thank everyone for booking
And where
us.
are you at a big golf outing today?
It's all over the city.
Because
Go
I
to
heard it on the
Yinzer Dogs.
radio on 93.7.
Yeah. Go to,
So do you know where it is today?
I'm not sure. YinzerDogs.com. Go to our website. It will tell you we have the map of where it is. It's just
gonna look
constantly.
that up right now.
Yeah, look it up. It's constantly being booked. We're real happy. We got a lot of great press, great feedback. Brick and mortar coming soon. 1908. Also have a fun announcement coming also about Yinzer Dogs with our friends from Giant Eagle coming up.
I'm
also
looking up.
soon,
It's
in a
just
month or so.
Yinzer Dogs.
Yinzer Dogs.
Y-I-N-Z.
Yeah, you put Yinzer truck.
Okay, Yinzer
Try them all.
truck.
Try Yinzer truck, and it should come up. We'll find out where it is.
I want to know where you were today because I heard you on the
Yeah,
radio.
we do. So if you have a golf outing, definitely go online and let us know. We'll get back to you.
Yinzer Truck Pittsburgh.
Go to Yinzer Truck Pittsburgh.
YinzerDogs.com.
Yeah, Yinzer Dogs. So, yeah, go to Yinzer Dogs, and we will book you for your outing. Or you know what? If you have a company, friends of mine have companies, and you want to reward the employees,
Truck schedule.
get the truck for a couple hours, and
sorry about
give everybody lunch or snack or a party afterwards. Or we do parties.
Oh, you're at Mars High School today.
There you go. Yeah, we do day and night. We're everywhere. We're in the
Oxford Center.
South Side, I
private
think Friday
event,
possibly.
children-
We in South
Friday,
Side
UPMC Children's Hospital.
Yeah.
Baden Academy.
And I think in the evening we're South Side also. I'm not sure. There's so many places I can't even keep.
Oh, wait a minute. I
track of it.
apologize. I looked at the wrong. Oh, you're at Valley Brook. You're at Valley Brook for the big golf outing
That's
that Larry's involved with.
Yeah, Larry's
The
been there for years.
Warrior Project.
Yes. So that's
Yes,
today.
I apologize. So you're at Valley Brook Country Club today.
Right.
South Side, you are correct, later in the week.
On Friday, right?
Ambridge
I will
on
be down there
Saturday.
Friday.
Oh, you're going to be at the Do It Right Ambridge, my favorite hardware store.
There you go.
Fantastic.
And I got to tell you,
I'll be down there Saturday, but later. We have a gig Saturday night down there.
if you tried the dog before in the truck, try it again. It's just incredible. They really got it down right. We have a great team. It's really tough, putting together a team like that.
Oh, yeah.
And so we have a wonderful team that can really. They're bringing. It's just the best hot dog, and the best kielbasa sandwich you'll ever have. I promise you that.
Well, the
You'll
other
love
thing
it.
I love
You'll
is
love
your
it.
little. What are those little bite things?
Our pierogi bites are amazing.
Those are like
They're
candy.
amazing. I know. I'm
Yep.
supposed to watch weight. I gain weight there, but that's okay. I love it. And like I said, we have the brick and mortar coming also pretty soon. We're working on that. It's coming soon.
Congratulations, Jimmy and Danny and
Thanks.
Larry and your whole team.
Thanks,
and
John.
Doug's involved. Doug's
Yep.
the main guy, right?
Doug Marianne's one of our
He's working it.
partners, and
Yep.
it's just cool, man. It's been such a fun ride because the guys are all friends, and and Pittsburgh is amazing.
And
Our
it's
city
good food.
backing us, and this is quality
It's quality
food,
food.
man.
Yep.
It's just simple. It's hot dogs, kielbasa, Pittsburgh food, pierogies, fries. Not reinventing the wheel here. It's just you want a quality meal in a reasonable price. Trying
Yep.
to keep the price reasonable so you bring the family and it doesn't just crush you.
Yep.
You don't walk away with spending your entire paycheck on a dinner. So yeah, so try us out. Yins or dogs. Thanks, Johnny, for that. Now, also, I want to give a shout out to our friend Terry Reed. You met with her today from Phase 4. Phase 4 is
a story.
A charity out there. If you're looking into donating to a charity, this is the one you want because the money goes to the charity. Okay, a lot of times you give the charity, you wonder where does this go?
To big salaries.
Where is it going? And
Yeah.
the money goes 100% to the charity here, and because the person running this is just a local based charity. This is an international charity.
She's amazing.
This woman, her friend Terry, who is just amazing, heart of gold. She started this charity with her husband Tom, who is an incredible human being, incredible guy. Who just passed away about a year ago. So
Did he really? I didn't know that.
yes, they started this organization, and what it does is it takes kids that don't have a chance, man. They just have they're born in a tough situation, let's say, and Terry is able to help these kids get an education, help them therapeutically, help them guidance. She has turned out CEOs. She's turned out people who didn't have no chance to graduating college right now, and we're talking thousands of people.
25,000 graduates, she told
Think
us,
about
over
that.
the years.
25,000 people
Amazing.
that would never have graduated.
Yep.
Out of those, like I said, you have heads of corporations and have families, kids of their own now, and our successes all because this woman and her husband paid it forward.
Yeah. Were you able to go to the premiere of the?
I saw the movie.
shoot.
And they have a
She's
documentary.
It was phenomenal.
I'll
huh?
announce it on the podcast. We'll have Terry on to talk about when it hits streaming. I'm sure it'll be streamed soon. It's a short film, about 20 minutes, but it just shows what she did, and
I wanted to go to that. So
we have
badly.
we have to have her on the show. It's inspiring. Her story itself is inspiring.
Yep.
She beat cancer.
She was given 6 months to live.
Yes. Wow. And we talk about this because it's in the film. She was given 6 months to live and just had that attitude of like, oh, well, all right, it's my card, whatever. Let's move on. I got to do something. I have things to do. I have people to help. And she went forward and did that. And that goes to show you where if you give in your life, that seems to be the medicine in a way, for a lot of people anyway, to give. Her giving back, and her late husband was amazing. Like I said, they formed this organization, and it's in Pittsburgh here, and you'll love them. You'll love them when we have her on. You just met with her, right?
We met this morning. We took a tour of the facility down in East Liberty on Center Avenue. It's the Tech Center.
Is that you got to
supported
talk
by
to
Best
before
Buy?
a little bit, right?
Just
On
a
one of
little
my
wee
shows,
bit.
my shows.
Just very little. Just a hello at your shows, and then a little bit at the Yinzer. The Yinzer. Fest.
Yinzer Fest. Oh, it's funny. We have to do this on July 20th. I'm at Steamworks, But Terry's so fun. She's amazing. She comes to every one of my shows. I'm talking every one of my. I mean, I could be in like Washington, PA, or wherever she comes out. She'll bring
And she
friends.
lives way out in Beaver, like way out in the country.
She comes to my shows all. So I told her jokingly. I said, we have to do like a pretend, like your 1,000th show or 150th show. Make up a number.
Yeah.
Get a cake and like announce it to the crowd. So we should do this.
Oh, please, let's do that.
We'll
July
mess with
20th.
her. Yeah.
How did you meet her, Jim?
I met her through Larry Richard. Larry has a thing called Hometown Heroes.
Oh, was she a hometown hero?
Yes.
Great.
And Hometown Heroes is where they have 4 or 5 people who've done something remarkable.
Yeah.
And when that banquet comes up and tickets for that banquet, it sells out pretty quick. But I'll tell you, if you're listening out there, please get tickets when you hear Hometown Heroes, because you will have a night to remember. You will never forget that night.
Yeah.
It's just amazing the people that I've seen and witnessed what they've done and how they've gone from, talk about adversity, talk about courage, all of them. But Terry's one of them.
Yeah.
So I wasn't at her night, but I was at her table one of the banquets, and that's how I got to know her. So we just started chatting. We hit it off. She's such a great person.
Yep.
And we became fast friends. Yeah. She's that kind of person. I was lucky.
She's the real deal.
I'm lucky to know her, believe me.
I guess now, in honor of her husband, they're moving into supporting veterans.
Oh, yeah. Her husband and her have been always big on that.
Yeah.
Very patriotic.
Yep.
And they do a lot of things for veterans. She's just got a huge award or something like that. They're, for her support of the veterans. So it's really cool. Really cool. She's a wonderful.
Pretty amazing person.
Yeah. So, I switching gears a little bit just to let you know what I want to hear what you've been up to too. So have you been to Carnegie Science Center recently?
Not recently.
I just happened to go. It was cool. Michelle, we went with her boys in 11 and 16. So we're looking at the exhibits and things. And I noticed they have movies now in the Science Center. A lot of these, like about Earth or about the human body, but they're all narrated by superstar like actors, like Matthew McConaughey does the body and stuff, and this whatever. And I'm like,
really?
But I just couldn't get on my head. It's like I didn't want to see it. I didn't see it. I couldn't. All right, here's the human head. This here's the intestine. All right, it's the intestine. Look at that intestine where it winds. I should play a game called Dig Dug. Looks like the game Dig Dug, doesn't it? It all ends and exits out of one place right there. How do I say it? Your keister, your Ashton Kutcher, just right there. I want to see how he goes through. He narrates us through the human body. Matthew McConaughey.
On what, like a big TV screen in the hallways?
You sit there and you're watching on the videos, the body to show this is the brain. Looks all mushy. Looks like a bowl of weird Jello.
I'll have to go just to see this.
I never ate that Jello, but that's what the brain is. And who knew that? Who knew that? I didn't know until I started narrating this thing. But yeah, so that if you want to see him narrate, well, a lot of celebrities. I did an interview with Huey Lewis last year, and he had donated his songs to one of the movies about ducks or migrating ducks.
Really?
So you'll see these things from these celebrities narrating or donating music to things like eclectic, interesting things that we don't think about every day. The science that is fascinating to our culture.
Why did you interview? I mean, we were just talking about Huey Lewis. Just yesterday.
I just happened to interview. Well, I was the podcast Jim Krenn No Restrictions. I did an interview. He was at the Science Center about a year ago, a little over a year ago. He was at the Science Center and donating his music to this migration film about ducks or whatever. And,
really?
And he was talking. I mean, he has this sickness. He's open about it.
Right. He can't sing anymore. Right?
He said, he told me, and he talked about it in the interview, other interviews, but he can't hear music. Whatever it is, I don't understand it, but it's a rare disease, and he can't hear music. It comes in and it's weird, and he can't sing. So he can't think
sing.
about a singer not being able to sing again. And he's healthy and looks great, look like Huey Lewis, and he just can't sing anymore.
When did this happen with him? I'm looking at
only in the last couple of years. I've heard a lawnmower in the back where the window opener, where John's estate. I call it an estate. This is in Gibsonia here. It's beautiful. I like that.
All right.
Relax, everybody. Hear a little lawnmower.
Michelle was talking about Huey Lewis just yesterday.
Yes.
And I was trying to explain to her, I knew he had a hearing issue.
Yes.
But I didn't know
It was like some rare thing with his eardrums. So, and we had a boombox in front of us, and he pointed, he goes, Jimmy, if my song came out of that, I wouldn't be able to hear it. It would sound jumbled up.
But he could speak.
He can speak.
And he could hear your.
He can hear my speaking. Yes. Maybe I better close the window.
Yeah, I probably should. Let's close it. That's our lawn fertilizer people.
Oh, that's right. You were excited about that, John.
Huey Lewis learned. Huey Lewis learned that a syndrome of the inner ear called Meniere's disease had caused him significant hearing loss and left him unable to play or hear music.
Yes.
He faced the difficult task of telling his friends and peers, oh, man, when did this start?
So a few years back, he said he has like a cabin, and I may be seeing, I'm not sure exactly. It's like Montana or something like that, okay? Utah or Montana.
I can't sing.
And he had he got this diagnosis, he said, maybe say 5-6 years ago, 7 years ago, something like that. So he gets the diagnosis, and he had a few other celebrities that own homes there that they fish. You know, you want to do beautiful fishing, it's in Montana.
Sure.
So he didn't know, he was depressed, and he just couldn't leave his home. He said he just couldn't leave his bed. Could you imagine? You know, that's your whole life as a singer. You can't even listen to music again. So talk about a card. Remember we say, we talked earlier, beginning of this?
Right.
With Lyme disease. Yeah, everybody has a card, you know? A lot rougher than mine, I always think. And so I can handle whatever. But you think that what you had to go through. And he told me, he said his kids told him, he's laying there depressed, he said his kids told him, look, you got more to give in this world. You just can't give up just because. Right. And he said he pulled himself up and, started to walk in nature and get back. And then he started to feel, okay, how about if I donate my music to different causes and different things that can help? And this thing came around, I guess, where they wanted his music for the duck.
And he's on one of your old podcasts.
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
we got to look that up.
Krenn,
we got to look that up.
And so and I'll find a video too. I can post that too. I'll give it for you to post too.
Please.
But of the interview. But he, first off, he's just like you'd imagine. That's what's so cool.
The coolest guy in the world, I'll bet.
Because usually, it's not, I'd say 50% of the times I've met people and they're not who you think. You know what I mean? Their image is like down there, but then you can like bring them down. Not Huey Lewis is just exactly who you'd think. Just the most regular, down to earth. He'd be a guy you'd be at a bar. You could be at a bar in Bloomfield with him. He'd be just as comfortable in a bar in Bloomfield as he is in a country club, whatever. That guy. So really good man, and that's what your heart breaks a little bit when you think about it. And there, not to go off that subject, but on with Huey Lewis. There's a show on Netflix. It was a documentary. I think Jimmy may have turned me on. It was like the night of music. What's it called? The Night of Music or something.
The making of We Are the World.
The greatest night.
It's phenomenal.
In pop.
Yes.
So try that movie. If you're listening on Netflix.
Phenomenal.
Because Huey Lewis is one of the people featured in it, and the reason I say it is because Prince was who they wanted to be in this, because they have Michael Jackson, there's Springsteen, there's Dylan, and everybody. Lionel Richie's running the whole thing. And when I say Lionel Richie, at that time he won like 7 music award Grammys or whatever that year. So the hottest of the hottest were putting a song together, and how do you corral 30 superstars with those egos? So Prince didn't want to do it for whatever reason. He drops out. So they call Huey Lewis, and it's the coolest thing because the way he reacts on there is like we would react.
Right. What am I doing here?
Oh man, I can't believe I'm with these people.
Right.
And I'm thinking, you just sold 20 million albums, so but let's just say he's humble about it, but he's right there. But still, it's so
he's
fun.
He's great in that documentary.
He's that guy who we can live through.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly the way you and I would any person out there would react.
So many hit records.
But you have to see the show because, like you said, he's this kid in a candy store. He can't believe Remember, he can't believe he has to do a solo.
Yeah.
Like a couple lines, and he's like, I don't want to screw up.
Yep.
I hope I don't miss it.
He's very cool.
It's well worth it. But anyway, so best of everything to Huey Lewis, man. glad I got to talk about him because he's just the coolest dude in the world.
I'm glad you brought that up. We were just
Yeah.
talking about him yesterday, as I mentioned.
Yeah. Have you been to you haven't been to the Science Center?
No, not for a few years.
Yeah, I used to work at the I've talked about this on podcasts in the past, so I apologize if I'm repeating this one, but I worked at the Science Center, it was called Buell Planetarium when I was a kid. And I used to guard the miniature railroad village. That was my job.
That was amazing. We would go down there every Christmas time.
I'd walk 8 hours a day.
The miniature railroad village.
No one wanted to do it. I said, I'll take that job.
Yeah.
It's easy. I knew nothing. How. I used to make, everybody would ask me, say, how's those skaters skate? Like, I got magnets. That's my standard line. Magnets.
That place was so cool. Now it's the Children's Museum, as you know.
Yep.
And the old room where the trains were is now a recording studio for like a kids radio station.
That's so cool. Yeah, so the
I was
building's
down
still
there.
there. And at the Carnegie Science Center,
Yep.
the train is up all year
All
long.
year long.
So I was down there, and
Yep.
I was telling people, asking, hey, Jimmy, how do those skaters skate like that? I get magnets. I still keep my same line. Yeah,
It's an amazing thing.
Actually, some of them are magnets, to tell you the truth. But yeah, that was the coolest thing, man. I loved working. The sports thing down there where you can pull your hamstring in seconds if you're
I'm
over
glad
30
you
years
could.
old. You know, go in there. I can run a 40 now. Time me.
Well, now
10
you're
yards
going
out.
to get
Done.
my knees
Down.
fixed
Down.
with your magic device.
I'm telling you, I got a great. Yeah,
I'm going.
Yeah, Dr. Bowden, man, he's the best. He is the best. Well, we got to get back, man. Summer's here, like I said. We got a lot to do. The thing about summer, you're a gardener, obviously.
Yep.
And everything. I got to tell you, one of the things that kill me, that crush me. That's why I live in Pittsburgh. I think insects, man, and snakes. Those are two things I can't handle. You must run into snakes every once in a while.
Well, when I found the farmhouse, it was infested with snakes. I think I told you that.
Yeah, I remember
When
that.
I mean infested, we had to tear the floorboards up, and we had to deal with all that. That was horrible. That was just horrible. It's been a big reduction as the years go by. But yeah, didn't our neighbor Lee, he saw a monster. He sent me a picture of this big 5.5-foot snake out in the gravel.
Here?
Right here, right out there.
By my car's parked?
Right next to your car.
Jim, you got to walk me out to my car.
Yeah.
We're done with this.
Hold his hand. So they're all black snakes, which I guess is cool. So they're harmless.
They won't kill you. They won't kill me?
No. And a lot of people believe, the guy that lived in the house was a bit eccentric, and he didn't mind having snakes as roommates at all.
Really?
Because he said it kept the rodents down, kept the field mice out.
I know. I like that whole theory, but that's good at a party talk. But I'm not.
I don't want any
Somebody
snakes
says,
in my house.
snakes keep the rodents down. I'm agreeing every time. Yeah.
Jimmy, when I first moved in,
You put me in the room with it? No.
I'd get out of
buy a
bed,
rodent
walk
killer.
down to my kitchen in my bare feet, and I would see a 5-6 foot snake crossed across my kitchen floor.
I'm done.
It
I'm
freaked
out.
me out.
I'm out.
It freaked me out.
I'm out.
It was terrible.
I couldn't do it.
I hate
I don't
it.
know how you did that.
I don't know how I got through it either, to be honest.
I am petrified of snakes.
You think you are? I'm right there with you.
You know what's weird? Do you ever see the palmetto bug?
Oh, yeah.
Like big roach
They're
things?
huge, yeah.
In Florida? They're huge. You can't kill them. They live through everything. You could pound them, jump on them. They still go, not dead yet. And then again,
Not dead.
you ever see them? Try to kill
seen
those things. You can't. You can't.
Yep.
You step on them, they look at you like Jason Statham. You can't stop me. I'm going to beat you now.
And sometimes trying to kill a snake, same
Oh,
damn
really?
thing.
I don't. Yeah, I run away
Let's
from
not.
snakes.
I don't want PETA to attack your program, so let's.
No, we love
let's
all
not
animals.
discuss that.
But I'm
And
afraid.
we do.
I just said I'm afraid of snakes. I'm in fear of them. I just thought they live
I'm
their
right there
lives.
with you.
I live my life. Cicadas.
You know what
I don't want to kill them, but I'm telling you what, cicadas.
Oh, I hate 'em.
To me, I see a hockey mask and a knife when I see them or something. I don't know what happens to me, but I just want to kill those things. I try, but I can't. This is the good news for the cicada lovers out there. Yeah. I'm not good at killing them. They're really good.
There you go.
They're so strong. They scare me so much. I go try to, and they go, you don't have what it takes to kill me, and
You know what
I run away.
The snake guy told me. He said, if you catch the snakes, because my children were young at that time, and they weren't afraid of anything. They'd pick the snakes up. He said, you have to take the snake.
Yeah.
If you're not going to kill it, which we don't.
Yes.
1/2 mile minimum.
Oh.
Minimum 1/2 mile away from where you found it, or the snake will make its way back.
Really? Snake has a little GPS thing going on.
I don't know this is what the guy told me. Because
Oh
I had to
my
bring in like a
God.
snake expert guy.
Really?
That's how bad the infestation was. They were in my gutters. They were in my walls. They were in the attic.
So if you don't take it a half mile,
That's what he
take
said.
it a quarter mile, you get home,
It's going to
he's
be
in
back.
the kitchen making coffee.
Yeah, he's in the kitchen making
You
coffee.
thought you can get rid
That's
of
what
me.
he said.
Yeah. He's like, I made it back.
Hey, I'm back.
I know the shortcut.
Yeah,
It's
your
easy.
favorite snake is back.
I had no idea half a mile, so you have to carry it a half mile.
That's what the guy
I
told me.
picture John holding a snake.
Is that true? John would never hold the snake.
You know,
It were my kids. They
they
would.
grab him.
Yeah, they just grab the snake and.
You know what? You know what's going on right now? I think it's one of the breeds of them, the cicadas. Remember the cicada bugs? It's like one. I read somewhere that cicadas are coming out this year. One of the breeds of them. They go away for 13 years. And
Really?
These bugs are cicadas. They look like palmettos, but they're not. And they go on Earth for 15 years, 13 to 15 years, and then they reemerge 15 years later, have sex, then go back into the Earth again. So I can't kill that. I can't kill them.
Sex every 15 years. That would be a less complicated life.
15 years to have sex.
Right.
As afraid as I am of them, I walk away.
Yeah.
If I see a cicada, I go, listen, do your thing, and then just go away.
Do you think we'll have them out here?
Don't let me hear you
in
screaming.
North Hills of Pittsburgh?
With pleasure. Yes, they're everywhere. You'll have them.
When is this going to happen, Jim?
I don't know. I'm real bad at that timeline stuff.
look that up,
but
too.
but there's cicadas.
I'm like your resource.
Yeah, there's certain cicadas. We'll have to go look.
Cicada, how do you spell that?
CIC or something like that. Cicada or something. There's like a certain one. There's like other ones. There's other breeds, but there's one that's coming out or something in Western PA. But could you imagine a life like that where you go away for 15 years under it and you show up again and you go back under? Like 15 years, if you were a cicada and you come out now today, you're like,
I found it. Cicadas.
There you go.
2024.
see?
Billions of cicadas are about to emerge.
There you go. See? Coming out.
My God, creating a once in a
Every 15 years, right?
lifetime spectacle.
Mm-hmm. Well, for 15 years anyway. Then it'll go back. And then they come back again. They get their press. Everybody gets about them and they go back again.
Jeez.
I thought you knew about those.
I didn't.
How do I know and you don't know it? I remember I saw one, I guess 15 years ago. I hadn't seen a couple. I remember this. It was like, what are these things? They're like roaches or something. And it was, they said, oh, it's a cicada. It's not a roach. I'm like, okay. But it looks like a palmetto, John. So
I see it. I'm looking at it right now.
It's an ugly little thing, right? And it scares me.
Every 13 to 17 years for a brief adult life.
Yeah, so it scares me really bad when I see one. Because of that, I don't know if it's a roach or cicada. I don't know. They look like him, palmetto. But, to me, like I said, again, hockey knife or hockey mask, knife. So it looks... I'd be the toughest existence, though, to be a cicada. Every 15 years you come to life. You wake up today, and he's going, what? Tom Brady won 7 Super Bowls? Are you kidding? Russell Crowe got that heavy? He was Gladiator when I went to sleep. How did this happen? This is crazy.
The last time 2 broods of cicadas emerged was in 1803.
Oh, okay.
This scientist says their surfacing makes for an extremely rare, once-in-a-lifetime event.
When they all come out.
Brood 19, known as the Great Southern Brood, contains 4 species of cicadas.
They're the Beatles of cicadas.
And emerges every 13 years.
Huh?
And the Northern Illinois brood, or brood 13,
Look out for
is
them.
on a 17-year cycle and
They're
contains
tough.
3 species.
Yep, they're rough ones. They're mean. No, I'm making that up. I really don't know.
Wow.
But yeah, I scared John with this story. Sorry, John.
You're killing me, man.
So what do you there's nothing you can do, John.
There's nothing you can do.
Nothing you can do but just fill them in on some information. Like, like I said, 15 years went by and they're like, what? When I went to bed and said electric cars would not make it. And here they are. Elon Musk did it.
Wow.
He did it.
Cicadas,
There's
electric
Teslas.
cars.
There's Teslas.
Huey Lewis.
They're going to be amazed at these cicadas, man, when they wake up. There's a lot to learn when they wake up.
This is disturbing.
And no, unfortunately, the Pirates still haven't won. That'll be tough for them. The other cicadas missed some action. Football, Steelers still doing great. We're winning every year.
Yeah.
Can't wait. Winning season anyway. Hopefully we
Yeah.
win. Hopefully Super Bowl this year. I'm feeling it. We feel good. I'd say it every year. I feel it every year.
Well, you got to be optimistic.
Well, we got great quarterbacks now.
Supposedly.
Yeah, he's going to be okay. Russ is going to be okay. He said it. He said so. So I believe him.
All
I
right.
believe.
Well, you're on the inside there, Jim. You got a lot of powerful connections.
So that's what we learned today. So, be careful when you see a cicada. Don't kill it because it only.
Be careful when you see a tick.
Well, ticks.
Let's start with that.
Yeah, watch out for ticks. And cicadas, they only get a couple days to have sex, and then they go back home. So underneath for another 15 years. So
when you say underneath, you mean under the ground?
Yeah, they go back under the ground, like 10 feet, 12 feet, whatever.
And they live that whole time.
They have parties. They have apartments, condos, whatever. They live down there. They have a whole system.
Cicada
land. They go back to Cicada land, which is pretty fantastic down there. So yeah, they come up here, party for. I don't think it's long. It's like 3-4 days. I'm making that up. I really don't know, so I'm not an entomologist. So
yeah,
please look it up if you really want to know. Don't ever listen to me. If you're ever anything scientific, if I say it, know that it's probably not fact. I always know that out there. I think they already know. If you know me through the years, you already know. Just double check that fact if it's science. You don't want your life depending on me saying something.
Jim Krenn said you should.
Exactly. Never any scientific fact you hear coming out of my mouth.
Honey, I heard on Jim Krenn's podcast you're supposed to do that.
No, if you hear it from me, always double check and get 2 or 3 people to confirm. Because I am
professional people.
Yes. I'll give you a ballpark of truth.
Not like the guy that saw the funnel cake in the sky.
Yes.
Not that kind of guy.
Not that guy.
No.
But I sort of knew. Like I kind of knew the cicadas. I didn't know specifics, but I said they're coming.
You did.
I kind of got that one right.
Yeah.
So I got some things right today.
You did, brother. I give you credit.
It was a good day.
Very good day.
Well, I am excited. Do City Winery, Marquette.
City Winery, Marquette. Porch concert.
Or in the Strip District, going back home. We got the Porch, June 7th. Porch concert's coming up. July 20th, of course, the Steamworks. And John, you were the greatest. Thanks for letting me come out here. This is my country.
Big birthday
this
party.
Is my country getaway.
Oh, why don't you come and stay a few days?
Jim, you mind? Stay over there.
You can stay with Michelle and I.
I'd love it. It was just like I'm the city guy. This is like my big country thing. This is like big time.
Before we go, could I ask you? You guys are animal lovers, and I am
absolutely.
now too. Michelle my wife is having a problem with her Stella, her Labradoodle.
What's going on?
Stella is like an alarm clock and is starting to get her up earlier and earlier.
Oh, okay.
And my Michelle battles muscular dystrophy, so she needs her rest.
Sure.
And we've tried have Stella sleep in another room, and then she goes crazy.
Okay.
I don't know. I said to her the other day, and Jim, don't tell her I told you this.
Okay.
I said, just have Stella sleep with Uncle Jim, right? So
I think that's not wrong with that.
I said, just 1 or 2 days a week, so you can get a break.
Yes.
It's a problem.
Is Uncle Jim Patulski or Uncle Jim Krenn? Which Uncle Jim?
Either Uncle Jim, but Patulski's closer.
Yeah, Jimmy's closer.
Yeah, not you.
I'll take Stella. I love dogs. Yeah. I'm a big dog
and
fan.
Stella's a good doggy.
Here's the thing. There really isn't a cure for that, because what it is it's just they're characters. Dogs can be characters, and I love that's what we love about them. And I think it's now, once again, this is, don't quote me as any kind of fact or anything. Always look this up.
Jim Krenn.
Yes.
Canine scientist.
We always need a disclaimer. But anyway, they get older, and they just there's like little old men or little old women. They get in a little routine. Like Larry's 17. Okay. Larry the dog, he's a Chihuahua, 6 pounds. Picture Larry. He got his own little routine. When he stays with me, here's his routine. If you don't wake up at 6 a.m. to feed him, there is a problem.
Yeah.
I wake up, and I will have this breath.
Right. That's Stella.
Right on me at 6 a.m. and open my eyes, and he's just staring right through me.
Yeah.
Just staring at me. Little Jimmy, I want my breakfast now. There would be somebody hurt. I don't want to hurt nobody. That's not who I am. Just give me my breakfast. You'll go back to bed.
That's funny.
Go back to your stupid dream. Just give me my breakfast. So I get up, give him his breakfast. He's usually fine. But there are times in the middle of the night where he'll wake me up, just to wake me up.
Yeah.
Just said, why are you doing that, Larry? Because I want to. It's fun. And that's it. So that's the way it is. They're older. Stella's getting older, right?
Stella's going to be 3
She's young
in
still.
June.
Okay,
Mishka's
she's
8.
still-
Mishka's
yeah.
going to be 9. No,
Mishka's
Mishka
in
just
her-
lays
Mishka's
there
in her
like, Stella,
prime.
leave us alone.
Okay.
But Stella's
getting up, huh? Moving around, getting up, and all that. Well, all right. All right. I'll have to go. Next podcast, I'll have an answer for you.
Thank you, Jim.
I got to do some research on this.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I got to put my veterinarian hat on. This one. I had my holistic hat on at the beginning of the show.
You did.
Now I'll go with this. So.
You are now officially a functional medicine comedian.
Pretty much. So, hey, I appreciate everyone for listening. We appreciate it really so much. It's Jim Krenn, No Restrictions.